Hey guys, TechBoot here with you guys today, doing a little tutorial video here on what you can do with the Apple Watch, aka Apple Watch Sport, aka Apple Watch Hermes, or Apple Watch Edition. Whichever one you have, it's the exact same software and operating system. Right here I have the 42mm Space Gray Apple Watch Sport. Love this device. It's so useful during the day, especially at school. This is going to be like a little tips and tricks video on the Apple Watch Sport and what the Apple Watch Sport can do and the other rest of the Apple Watches, because this is the same operating system. So again, right on the back here, you've got your heart rate sensor, you've got your numbers and everything, and you've got your screen on the front, which does ask you to enter your passcode. Once your passcode has been entered, you got your watch face that comes up here. You press on the digital crown and it goes to your home screen right over here. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks about the Apple Watch, and let's get started. So when you are on the watch face right here, you will notice that there is your clock, which is in the middle. Yes, it is 12 o'clock. You're just not going to see just one needle. It's just because I'm filming this video at 12 o'clock. Watch faces are neat. If you press and force touch on the screen, it's not 3D touch, as in the iPhone has 3D touch, but the Apple Watch has force touch. It's exactly the same thing, they just give them the randomest names ever. The Apple Watch Sport has many different watch faces. I have three of them set up right now. I've got the modular one, which does look like this. I've got a simple one, which looks like this, and I've got the utility one that I'm using right now. You can totally add different ones like utility. You got your simple, you got your motion, you got time lapse, you got astronomy, you got your color, you got a solar, and you got your chronograph. Your Mickey Mouse, which is a neat one if you're like a kid and you want to play around with your Apple Watch, and you got your extra large watch face. Now I only use 3 of them right here, which do include the modular for like sports use because I can see everything going on, simple for whatever reason, and utility, which is the one that I always use. Now, customizing a watch face is very simple. Press down and hold on the Apple Watch screen and press customize. You can choose here, for example, the date, scroll on the digital crown to get either this format, or off. I leave it like this so I know what date it is. Up here, you can choose different things like the weather. You can go through many things like the world clock or like certain things, but I leave at the weather. Over here, you can also change things. It does the same as the other side, but I leave this at battery, and on the bottom, again the same thing, but this is just at my exercise. If you scroll over to the left, you're going to see that you can change the color of your watch face if you choose. I leave it at orange because it's nice. Over here you can choose the detail level on the watch face, so you can just scroll the digital crown to get more detail, which I leave it at the maximum detail because it looks better. Same for all the other watch faces, it's all the same. If you press on the little button on the side here, just like your iPhone, it takes you to a friends list and allows you to go around your friends, and there's also different pages. You can add as many friends lists as you want. I only set up one just because I feel like it. My friend, whose name is Charlie, you've probably seen him before, he has an Apple Watch. So on the bottom of the one, you're going to see this little touch thing, and I can send him taps. I can draw and write hi or whatever I want to do, and it goes and sends to him and he receives it on the other end. Now if I go back, let me just choose a friend who does not have an Apple Watch, as in him. The little icon on the bottom will not appear because he does not have an Apple Watch. So your Apple Watch will recognize who and who doesn't have an Apple Watch, which is a really nice feature. If you press back, it goes back to your home screen. Now another thing is, if you press and hold on this, it takes you to this section. You can either choose to power off your Apple Watch, power reserve it, or lock the device. If you lock the device, it just goes into the passcode thing, and then when you take it off, no one can go into your device. But however, if you have the passcode on and you take your Apple Watch off your wrist, it will lock automatically, no problem at all. On the Apple Watch itself, on the watch face, if you slide out from the bottom here, you're gonna go in your glances section. When you go up, it comes right to your battery percentage or whatever you left off last. And if you go over to the left, you're gonna see this. Now, if I just zoom out quickly here for you guys, and I put my Apple Watch aside, my iPhone on the side, this little button down here, if you tap on it, it pings your iPhone. So that is one of the features. Again, if you go up from the bottom, it does go to your battery thing. You can choose over here to mute the Apple Watch, which a lot of people don't know how to do. You mute it, and then sounds don't go through your Apple Watch anymore. Only it just taps you and vibrates. That's all. Over here, you've got your battery percentage, and you also choose to go into power reserve mode. If you go over again, you got your exercise thing. It is in the morning for me, so I didn't do much today. Here, it's gonna measure your heart rate. So as you can see on the back, the heart rate sensor is turned on. It isn't on me, so it's not gonna measure anything. Here is your weather for where your location is. You've got your calendar. Nothing's happening on today. You've got your maps. You can choose to go to work, home, search, or your nearby destinations. You got your recent posts on Instagram. You got your Twitter's top trends. And you got your SoundCloud, whatever apps you have. And these are the apps that you download, like my Air Canada, because I do fly a lot with Air Canada. If you scroll up from the top, you're going to get your notifications. I always clear these so there's no like red dot. But if you do get a notification, there will be a little red dot on the top area. Going to your home screen on the Apple Watch, which is like your watch area. An easier way to navigate instead of like doing this, zoom out with your digital crown completely so you can see a list of all of your apps. And then you can slide around to see exactly where your apps are. A lot of apps are awesome in this Apple Watch, like for example the activity app, or not activity, the workout app, because this is what you're going to use a lot when you go outside, do running, or whatever you want to do. I always use my outdoor cycle thing. What this does is it tracks my outdoor bicycling, and if you go over and take your iPhone on the side here, so this is my iPhone, and you go into the activity app, that what tells you today what's happening. If you press under workouts, it gives you all the workouts that you've done for the lifetime of the Apple Watch. Now you can choose to save or delete workouts, like for example, sliding over will allow you to delete a workout. If you press the 2016 button, your history, you press April. I did get this on the 23rd. The 24th, and you can see all my rings that I've completed. What's funny is if you scroll up on this, on December, right here, it's funny, I just realized this. You probably can't really see that, but on the December, you're gonna see, this is December, I never had this thing, but on the 25th or 26th or something like that, this device was made because you can see when they were testing out the heart rate sensor, they actually used the activity. As you can see, they've actually used it. So that's how they were testing it. So it was made in the December 25th or 24th or 26th, who knows. But either way, back to April, this is where you've got your list of activities that you've done. Achievements gets you your little rewards. These are all your little rewards that you've got. So I can choose here, first bicycle workout, you can choose first running workout, and over here is completing a new move goal. Workout app is pretty neat, I like that. Alright, so back in the Apple Watch, if I press on the home screen, there's a few things that you can do. Like this is a waterproof Apple Watch, so I do not recommend you actually going swimming with it, but you technically can, because this is waterproof. You can see so many tests. I'm not going to test mine, well I've done it, but I'm not going to do it on camera, because if it does break on camera, that is just really not right, and that is a bad example for Apple. But I know that it is waterproof, and you can wash your hands or go wherever you want with the Apple Watch. You can also download random apps on the Apple Watch app on the iPhone. So if you take out here and you press on the Apple Watch app on the iPhone, you press on the featured section, and you've got a list of apps that you can download for the Apple Watch. Now, if you press on search, and you can search for a specific app, like for example speedometer. If you type in speedometer, you can get different apps for speedometers, and yeah. So as you can see, I got this one here because it is the simplest speedometer. It just gives you your speed, and that's basically it. This app is on my Apple Watch. It's right there, as you can see. I tap on this, and it gives you your speedometer. It's in kilometers per hour because I am in Canada, so if that's weird for you guys, too bad. A lot of things you can do on this Apple Watch. You can control your music on the iPhone. So for example, if I press on my music right here, I can choose songs I want to listen to. Like for example, I want to listen to this song. You can change the volume with the digital crown. It is not playing through the Apple Watch, it's actually playing through the iPhones, as you can see. It's playing through the iPhone. I'm not gonna play a little song because it is copyrighted, but that's what the music app does do on the Apple Watch. Now, There's also a remote app which controls an iTunes of a computer or an Apple TV, which is very useful too. As you can see, my iTunes library is right there, and also my Apple TV is there too. You can get tons of apps like SoundCloud, your Skype apps, and also a camera app is really nice. If I turn this iPhone upside down, just so we can activate this camera right here, press on the camera shutter icon, and it's going to open up the camera app, and you'll be able to see what it's going on. So as you can see, there is my camera right there that I am recording with. I am recording myself right now, see, so there is me recording. You can see this, I can press here, and it takes a picture, so I can take a picture of a close-up of something, like for example the camera, or whatever I'm trying to take a picture of. Another really cool feature on this Apple Watch is if you get a Hue light bulb kit, open up the Hue app, and the lights that I'm using to record this video for is to light up this little recording setup are Hue Lux lights. So I can choose to turn the lights off, and the lights turn off, as you can see. And if I slide over and I press on, my recording lights do turn back on again, so they're completely automatic, which is really nice. And there is a weather app here, which is really useful. If you want to quickly see the weather that's coming up during the day, you can scroll down for the 10-day forecast, which is pretty useful too. I hope you enjoyed this video for a quick tips and trick video on the Apple Watch. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. TechBoot.